She will do it.
Yeah.
She can't get into that.
Okay, with that, we can call our meeting to order. You want a minute to
It's okay.
try and get worked up? All right, so let's start with
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very much. I presume the roll has been taken? With that, we'll entertain a motion on the October 8th, 2019 regular meeting minutes. Anyone so inclined to approve them?
Move approval.
Support.
And motion support. Are there any corrections or changes? Hearing none. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is carried. Moving down to request for purchase. First up, we have request for purchase in the amount of $30,075.15 and 0 fractions of those cents to Todd Wenzel Buick GMC of Westland for a 2020 1/2-ton 4x4 pickup with a plow prep package for the wastewater department. They're going to plow water. And it was budgeted $34,000, so your pleasure.
Move approval.
Support.
Yeah, we got 2 extra ones. Any comments or questions? And this is part of the state's negotiated contract price that we're getting, right?
Through the state contract, this replaces a nearly 20-year-old truck that we have, and we use it to plow out the lift stations and the wastewater treatment plant. So that's why it has the snowplow prep package, and at some point we will get the snowplow here in the coming weeks.
Easier for you to say.
Yeah.
I know occasionally in the past we've gone out to our local dealers to make sure they're not interested in bidding on this stuff. I know we haven't done it in a while. I don't imagine anyway, so nobody's contacted us with any interest in bidding on these things, right? They can't
No,
compete
in
to
the history, as we have, once they find out that we look through state price contract, they're not interested.
They're
So,
well aware of
yes.
what's going on. That's unfortunate. It has to work out that we can't buy from our local dealers.
If it was an option.
It is.
But they do have an option to work with the state to get in on that bid. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not completely shut out there. They have
No,
to make a
but
decision not to get into the My Deal.
Right.
So they have the option to be a part of the My Deal
Yeah.
package.
This would be nice if we could buy them locally. With that, hearing no further questions or comments, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is carried. Moving down to reports, we have 3. Commissioners may receive the following reports by one resolution, or a commissioner may remove any item within the section for individual discussion and vote. And tonight we have a building permit report for September of 2019, a city manager's report for October 18, 2019, and a financial report for September, which I think was just presented tonight. It wasn't in our packet, I believe. So haven't had much time to review that, I'm sure. Was this distributed out for the audience as well? Is there copies out there for people that want to see it?
Well, I gave one to Rosemary.
Okay. But there will be copies publicly available if anyone wants one, so, okay. So, what is your pleasure on the reports?
Move
Michelle?
approval.
Let's go right to you now.
Move approval.
And Roger?
Support.
Okay, we have a system. Are there any comments or questions? Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Move down to appointments. We need to consider a resolution of appointing Ann Swan Venegas, is that correct?
Yes.
Did I butcher that? Okay. To fulfill the vacant seat on the Alma Public Library Board for the term ending 6/1/2023. So your pleasure there?
Move approval.
We have a motion?
Wonderful person.
Support.
And now we have support, okay. I take it somebody's asked Ms. Swan Venegas if she would be willing to do this? Okay.
There we go.
So all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion is carried. Appropriations. Any interest in paying the bills?
Move pay the bill.
Congratulations on your award from the college.
Thank you.
That was nice to see.
A pleasant surprise, yes.
And then what's going on Thursday, you know, the early Halloween downtown. Come out and support it. That's it.
Okay. Roger.
In addition to that support for Halloween and the early Halloween, the trick or treat and some get together and place to come in and warm up after trick or treating. I hear the S word is in the weather forecast next week.
That's typical for Halloween, I guess.
If you have not yet had a chance to see the play at the Strand Theater called The Good Doctor, do so. I think you will enjoy it. It's something a little different. It's 10 plays by Anton Chekhov and adapted by Neil Simon. So they're kind of interesting, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay. Audra?
Let me think. I would just note that this week is prescription take-back week, so if you have outdated or unused prescriptions, you can dispose of those here at Alma Police Department or any of our local police stations. We are fortunate that we take them back all year round, but this is, the DEA is promoting this for this week and really kind of ramping up to clean out your cupboards and get rid of those old prescriptions, so that's all I got.
Okay. Michelle?
Just hope to see everybody downtown Thursday night for Fall Fest. That's it. Until you start talking.
Until I start talking.
And then I'll remember something.
Apparently you go faster than up here. Apologies for being late.
Well, thank you for taking on all the work that we assigned to you.
I'm looking forward to reading the minutes. No, just remind everyone about the 31st and the safety for people walking around in costume.
Very much so. Yes. Thank you. Madam Clerk?
All set. Thank you.
Attorney?
Just a reminder that we will be setting a work session we have set a work session for November 5th. So, and the main focus of that will be a meeting with the municipal employee retirement system will be here as we discuss some of the things with our pension liabilities and a nice presentation from them. Everybody saw that there was some ground broken out at Jumpstone on one of the properties that we own. It was nice to see somebody broke ground on that to start a spec home. And so with your approval of the process that we had in place, hopefully that will start to generate some things out there. And again, I would say too, hopefully that S word you mentioned doesn't come like this Thursday and we have a really good turnout downtown. It'll be one of the really nice nights.
So we're talking next week.
Okay, good. That would be good.
Yeah, we've been lucky on that event. I think we've had 7 good years of nice weather for this Thursday. Better than Halloween itself, so
Yeah.
take advantage of it.
I'm going to wait until the thing's really here.
Okay.
That'll work better.
Any more?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, so I'd echo that. And I think, David, is this the last week that we're doing brush pickup?
Yes, we start doing leaf pickup next week.
Okay, so leaf pickup begins next week.
And I thought you were going to be way too early until today, and my lawn is covered, so.
Last year we had that issue too, where we started doing pickup and there really wasn't much leaves, and then all of a
There
sudden.
will
at
be
the
this,
end-
there will be now, coming down in buckets today.
Yeah. Okay.
Even the ones downtown are almost empty.
It's crazy how fast
Thank goodness.
Well, we need to chainsaw some of those. Are we getting anywhere in a plan for that?
Yesterday, driving through town, it was all yellow.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
And it would,
Fall. We're supposed to have leaves.
Fall is in the air.
well, fall was on the street.
All right, still
It looked like an
Are you
ocean.
accepting leaves at your house then? Okay, well, I have nothing further constructive to add, so with that, we'll open it up to the public. If you'd like to address the commission, please come to the podium and share your thoughts. Who would like to be first? Please come and state your name and address and let us know what's on your mind.
My name is Scott Klein. I live at 127 Farrar Avenue here in Alma, next to Shiloh. The reason I'm here today is there's a bunch of owner stakes, and I'd kind of like an update of what's going on with that, so I can make some plans, I guess.
Okay. My understanding is there's a road going through there of some sort.
What we've done is, we hired a surveyor back a few weeks ago to find out where the property pins are there, to find out exactly where that alley is located. So before we can move forward with constructing any type of a driving surface within that alley, I want to know exactly where that's at, and to try to push that driving surface as far to the north as I can for an option, but I need to know exactly where that lies in real time, so we can start putting some drawings together for it. We've done preliminary sketches of it right now, but I don't have any elevations for that. What that does is just marks out where the alley is right now.
Okay, is there a timeline to have this constructed, or are we just in the
We were
planning
looking at
stages?
trying to do it this fall, but I don't think the weather's going to cooperate with us in the time of year. Idea being probably spring of next year, early summer, late spring, is when we look at constructing that, because I need to get elevation shot to know exactly how we need to grade that and to cut it, and if there's any kind of utilities that might need to be relocated as a part of that, but those we don't know as of yet. But that was the preliminary work, was trying to find out where the alley sits.
Are you taking any public input on that, or did you
Yes.
just, because when I bought that property, I was under the understanding that that was part of my yard. I maintained it for 5 years. I buried 3 dogs there. I've got a flower bed there and trees that my kids have planted. I know at one point you would ask Shiloh for an easement. I spoke with Shiloh moments ago. They would be willing to consider that again, to revisit that if timeline will permit.
Yes, that would be very much favorable if I can look at doing something like that.
Less costly, I'm sure, to improve that existing alleyway.
It would be very much mutually beneficial, I would agree with that.
So
That is something that we can definitely pursue if that's an option.
You'd be interested in that, absolutely. I would be interested in that.
What I would like to do is find out what options we have, and then at that point I'd bring it to this board to find out if those options are available or an option to the commission, but that'd be 3 ways beneficial for you, for the residents in that area, for us, and I believe for Shiloh as well. If they're okay with that, and we can talk about that after.
I would like to be informed on that, or kept in the loop at least, please.
Yep, okay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And who would like to be next?
I'm the other person that would be affected by that greatly.
Could
I
you
have
provide your name and address, please?
Michael Skates. I live on 124 Wheeler Street in Alma, Michigan.
Thank you.
And I'd be one of the other people that would be greatly affected by this. I guess one of the things would be one of the questions is, well, why do you need an alley there? And I know that there probably is a reason. Can you please tell me what that would be, the reason to have an alley there?
Yep.
And as it's been stated, it's a dead end for a very, very long time.
It's a dead end which presents a number of problems for the number one being safety equipment to get in and out of there. Others is for logistics, for public utilities, public services, that type of thing. It's problematic to get in and out of that. Right now, there's been that driving surface that's unofficially been used for many, many years. And the idea is that's not on public property. And we've talked with that property owner, and based on that conversation, they asked that we not drive on that anymore. Public and city crews not drive on it. So, and I don't know if that got driven on as a result of people thought that's where the alley was, and unless they just started driving out. They knew that there was one there, and it was never driven where it should have been and belonged.
Right.
So the idea is to construct the connection between the two, so that there is no need to drive on private property and make that connection.
Right.
So that in the event of any type of an emergency, they can get fire apparatus in there, get ambulances in there. Same thing if there's an issue with Shiloh, so there would be access to get to that, to those services. And anytime you can get rid of dead ends, it's mutually beneficial for everyone involved. And number one being safety. We also have a water main that runs through that right-of-way currently right now that does sit in there.
Right.
So,
Yeah. So I guess when I was looking at where the stakes were, I just found out those 10 seconds ago. So I backed up. I looked real quick. It looks like the line where the stakes are listed, like Kay's house is actually over the line. So you're saying that where Kay's house is right now is not actually on her property?
that one, if I remember correctly, is not vacated. And yes, it actually is into that right-of-way, but we're not going to construct anything through there. Right now, it's
Right.
just the connector between those two roads. There's no need to
So how
connect
could they
it to
build a
the
house
house.
there without getting surveyed? Isn't there rules and requirements?
I can't speak for that
It was been there
because
for a long
that's-
time, so.
But no, it shouldn't be, and it should not, does not belong there, but
Right.
I can't speak to that because I don't do building permits and I wasn't. Yes, it is unfortunate that that's there.
Okay, that's where, because I was just double checking what I was looking
We
at.
clean up those things all the time.
Thanks for the information.
And if you'd like to talk
So-
afterwards, we can do
Okay.
that too, and I can show you some sketches of that.
Do you, I am assuming you guys already have plans, so the true oak trees at the end of that lot right there, I know that there's some that are on the right side, they're on my side of the yellow stakes. Are those still planning to come down?
Yeah, if they're
or-
on your side of the stakes, we're not touching them, because legally I can't, those are private property. But no, and those stakes do not indicate the driving surface, those are property corners, that defines where that alley right-of-way is.
So what are they doing? I mean, I'm not home, I'm actually at work, but when they come in and they do stuff, I know that they have to come pick up the trash, so they are always coming. So right now, are they backing onto that alley and then pulling out? Or
I couldn't speak for someone.
they're driving around, they're using the alley right now?
And the idea being to reconstruct that so they're not on private property when they make that.
All right, thank you for the information, appreciate it.
Would anybody else like to address the commission? Or Dave, for that matter? He seems to be the popular one tonight, so. Okay, with that, I guess we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
Motion support, all those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned, thank you very much, have a great evening. Did you want to do something else? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just, okay.